I had a few goals in mind when I kicked off this project. First, I wanted to become familiar with the Meraki location API. Second, I wanted to take that as an opportunity to teach myself the C# programming language, or at least a lot of the C# programming language. And then third, I wanted to come up with something novel to do with all the data that my network would be sending me via the API. So I settled on using OpenGL to come up with a data visualization of all that information, and that's what this project is. Now, I plan on circling back around and putting together a series of short videos that'll kind of go more in depth on the various components of the project. But I wanted to put together this summary video so that I'd have something to enter into this month's Meraki Community Challenge and take a shot at winning some of that sweet, sweet swag that they're offering as a prize. So a quick review of the steps it took to get this project up and running. First thing was go out and buy a couple of cheap SSL certificates to use on my development machines. I then configured my firewall so that the Meraki API could talk to those machines and logged into the Meraki Cloud Portal to enable the API itself and do all that configuration. I then lit up a local Microsoft SQL Server instance and built the tables that would hold all the data I'd be receiving. And then I spent a lot of learn-as-you-go time getting this application written up in C#. So the application's pretty straightforward. It's got three modes: listen only, where it will just sit and listen for observation reports being sent by the API; view only, where it will visualize existing data in the database; and then a hybrid or mixed mode, where it will both listen for new data and visualize the data that's already in the database. There's not a whole lot to say about the listen only mode. It just sits there and listens for new reports from the API and notifies you when they arrive, which they do at a rate of about 1 per minute per access point. The visualization modes are launched by telling the application how large of a display window to draw. It brings up this radar graphic. This is all the OpenGL stuff at work. Clients that are not associated with my SSDs show up in the lower left quadrant in red. Clients that are associated to my network show up in the upper right in green. The W and S keys move you forward and backwards through the observation reports in 1-minute time slices, and the A and D keys will cycle you through your access points. In hybrid mode, like shown here, the R key will perform a data refresh to load up any of the new reports that have been received since you initially launched the program. All right, that's it. Hope you enjoyed that. If you want to check out the source code, there's a GitHub link below this video in the description. You can fetch that and poke around. Otherwise, circle back around in a few weeks. Hopefully I'll have that video series up and go through all this in a little more detail. Thanks for checking it out.